Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today's guest is Annie. She's from Germany and she's been in Japan for about a month and is planning to stay here for a year. At the moment she's staying here in Niseko and she's working in the ski village and snowboarding. She's also been travelling in other countries. She spent a year and a half in Australia and a year in New Zealand. The first thing I asked her was, why did you come to Japan?
When I travelled in Australia, I met many Japanese people and I got really good friends with them. And yeah, I was really fascinated listening to their stories, and I decided to check it out by myself, visiting them. And I really love snowboarding, so I thought Niseko was best powder, so I tried out.
Kia ora, in Stick News today. According to marine experts, cleaner beaches in Australia are attracting sharks closer to shore. Recently, there were 2 shark attacks in 2 days in water near Sydney. Reuters has reported that environmental protection of Sydney's beaches and harbour has created a cleaner marine environment, but is attracting sharks closer to shore. A Parks and Wildlife official is quoted as saying, "I guess it's the downside of the environmental controls." And that was Stick News for Monday, the 16th of February. Kia ora. Did you enjoy your time in Australia and New Zealand? How did you learn English? How long were you in America for? Whereabouts in the States? What was the first language you learned? Are you glad that you studied that though? Have you been studying Japanese since you've been here? Have you done woofing in any other countries? Were they speaking their local language? What did it sound like? What are your plans for the future? What do you want to study? Why are you interested in Japanese culture? Do you have any advice for people who are studying English? What do German students usually have trouble with when they learn English?
Yeah, it was also the best experience of my life. I met amazing people, beautiful scenery, and yeah, amazing experience. It was really good. I learned English in school, but it was my second language. And so I learned it from 7th grade, and then I went to the States, where I think it improved quite a lot. And then I went to Australia and New Zealand, and I had a New Zealand boyfriend, so I think that was the key where I made click, you know. To feel the language. Just 6 weeks was like a cultural exchange camp. In Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia, Washington, and yeah, I think that's it, yeah. Latin. I was in a school for all languages, so my first language is Latin. So deaf language, not very useful now. Yes, because it's a good foundation for all the European languages, and it just gives you a good feeling, and it makes you German understand well better, like grammar-wise. So yeah, it was good. I think it's a good base, because it's the base of our history, of our language system in Europe. I studied before, so I can, like, you know, a few vocabularies in hiragana and katakana. But I gave it up to study here in Niseko because there's so many Australians. But I'm going, after the snow is gone, I'm going up to North Hokkaido, doing woofing there as well, so I can study some Japanese with Japanese family. Yes. Yeah, in Australia it was amazing. It's really good. In Tasmania and Northern Territory, where I stayed with Aborigines in their community. That was really amazing. The family I stayed with, they were 2 artists, so they spoke English, but they took me to their house, and the grannies, they spoke their tongue, so I didn't understand that. Oh, beautiful. It sounds like music. It's really soft and like, yeah, it's like singing, and their voices are really high. It's really nice. Yeah, I gotta go to university, unfortunately. I think I'm not quite ready yet. I was going to start university actually in July, but I changed my mind and I'm going to stay here for 1 year, and then hopefully I'm ready. Japanology. In Germany it's called Japanologie, I think English Japanology. It's Japanese culture, language and literature. So that's why it's good to start studying here. I don't know, it's just like those people I met during my travels, I was just so amazed by them. And I think I felt quite a strong connection between them, like me, myself and their culture, and you know, just very honest. And once they open their heart for you, they really give everything to you. And yeah, just the nature and everything, I was really amazed by it. Stay away from your countrymen, like stay away. If you're Spanish or German, don't stuck with your group, always go by yourself, meet the people, be open and just try to talk to them. Because if you're stuck in a group, there's no point you can learn the language. You gotta be by yourself and you gotta dive into the culture and do it by yourself. The TH is quite difficult, like the and stuff. Because in Germany, if you say the, it's more like a sickness, like we call it lispeln. So we don't have this sound. So, and W and V, because in Germany it's exactly the opposite. You know, BMW is BMW. So it's the V and the W. I've got quite a few difficulties with that.
True or false? Annie said that having a New Zealand boyfriend helped her English. True. She travelled in the States for 1.5 years. False. She's planning to stay in Japan for 2 months. False. She's not studying Japanese at the moment. True. She said that Germans often have trouble with the TH sound in English. True. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Ja, also an alle Leute, die Englisch sprechen wollen oder Englisch lernen wollen, probiert es einfach aus und nehmt euch Zeit, lest viel Literatur, Englischliteratur, schaut euch die Filme an, hört die Musik und einfach probieren und keine Angst haben vorm Sprechen. Das kommt dann alles von ganz alleine.